Hey YouTube, Brandon here with Crypto Killa News. I just wanted to cover Mark.Space, 3D VR space creation platform connected by one crypto economy. Basically, I'm going to run through what Mark.Space is, and I'm going to go through the white papers. I'm also going to go and showcase an example of the platform. Really what it comes down to is this is amazing. It's the future. It's what we're all looking forward to. Ultimately combining 3D VR as well as our normal internet. It's going to be something to watch out for. It's definitely in its infancy. The initial reactions of the platform, basically I look at, Sims, almost Second Life. It is definitely something that is going to gain some traction over the years. As long as their tech performs, it's going to be something amazing to look forward to. Just to give you a little bit of background, my name is Brandon Fowler. I actually own Calypso Development, a web design and development company that specializes in search engine optimization, videography, photography, as well as web design and development. I have been in the industry for the past 15 years now. I actually work with 3D VR and Matterport, which is the 3D 360 degree camera platform that was originally released a couple years back. Now they've upgraded to their 4K version. It's stuff like this that's going to merge very well with Mark.Space. So what we're going to do is I'm going to showcase just a couple of the videos, the intros. Then I'll show you the demonstration, and then we'll go and get into the white papers. And I'm going to leave you links for all of Mark.Space's resources and their project. But I'm going to showcase this first video for you. We've come a long way. Great marketing, great branding.
When the internet was born, nobody imagined that it was going to achieve such scale. When first online stores appeared, most businesses believed that e-commerce had no future. In the beginning, cryptocurrencies were thought of as having no future as well. VR is following a similar path. Understanding this, Google, Oculus, Samsung, Facebook, as well as others are investing billions in VR technology, which is going to become the new standard of the internet.
It is. And anybody who doesn't think that,
AR and
crazy.
VR revenue is going to jump from 11.4 billion in 2017
Absolutely.
to 215 billion in 2021.
It is the future.
Introducing Mark.Space, first complete crypto-economic ecosystem with VR capabilities, limited only by your imagination. This is not a game. This is VR used for real business by real people. We wanted everything to resemble real life, so we divided our space into thematic districts. Mark.Space is going to have P2P architecture that is fully decentralized, where you could use our scripting language, which allows to create any object with any functionality for any purpose. Would you like to be a part of it? Join our ICO and create your own future.
So that's the first video in Mark.Space's video gallery. It's really something that people need to take interest in because it is the future. This is going to be something to pay attention to. It's going to be huge. It's very exciting. Ultimately, yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a couple more videos, and then we'll get into the demonstration and once again the white papers. Here we go. Here's actually the demonstration shows a lot. Here, we'll just go and do it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on this one because this is actually the demonstration. Let's go and see what people are saying, or the people who are involved, what they have to say about it.
We live in the age of info-communication technologies. Borders of cities and countries, long distances, becoming elusive. The virtuality becomes at the same time more and more real. But what if we have got a chance not just to sit and stare at the blinking screen, but to get into the world that resembles the real one at its most? If the information we receive isn't performed in a common set of texts and pictures, but becomes a visualized copy of an existing reality. Due to the mathematical genius of our developers, we've managed to create a unique platform that gives everyone an opportunity to reconstruct a part of his actual life or a life of dream in a virtual space. The one that lets people communicate, do business, make content, represent themselves in VR, even without any special equipment and extra costs. I'm proud to say that the platform Mark.Space is a product of labor of the whole team, those who don't work but live this project. We've made a great job, and much remains to be done. But we will do it together. It's time to bring the internet communications to the next level. Join us on Mark.Space.
Okay, so and thinking about it into the future, this is going to be a perfect platform for AI. I mean, if it's going to be a while until we have actual artificial intelligence that's walking and talking and interacting with us on the physical plane. But this right here is something that will enable AI to really flourish. I can't wait to see what some of what this application is used for. Really, I mean, it's pretty much unlimited, in concept and in theory, as long as they build a platform, and it wouldn't be too tough. I mean, as long as they create something similar to Second Life, a world in which people can interact, and do it a little bit better than what they're doing and a little bit more realistic. I think this has some great potential. I'm going to include a link in the description area, but I'm not going to go through each one of these videos. But ultimately, Mark.Space is an alternative reality available in any browser with pre-installation and registration. This platform is compatible with any VR headset, entire world, comprising shops, offices, banks, cinemas, clubs, communities, and interest in personal spaces. Technically, Mark.Space is a new generation of the internet, compatible websites that, on the one hand, are independent since they have their own domain, and on the other are united by a common transaction and accounting system on the blockchain and a global search engine. In addition, any user can visit the 3D, VR, AR, virtual reality, augmented reality spaces inside the universe Mark.Space for free. I mean, there's going to be e-commerce, traditional virtual reality. Obviously, you'll be able to interact with the platform, blockchain technology, social networks, and blogosphere. This is going to open up a whole new world of for content developers, as far as creating 3D renderings and objects for this world, decorating and building digital structures. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But I'm not going to go through this whole. Actually, I touch on a lot of this stuff in the white papers, which I'm going to read. So check it out, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to continue doing this if I don't have any support. But subscribe to my channel. Click the like button. I would love some support from you guys. I do appreciate it. But stay tuned for the demonstration and the white space. Alright guys, here's the demo for Mark.Space and their blockchain technology. Abstract. Mark.Space is an open source platform for the creation of 3D. Unit description. The Mark.Space universe consists of a large number of VR spaces, units. Each unit can be linked directly to its own top-level domain. The private property of units is guaranteed by recording all transactions within units, creation, sale, or rental on the blockchain. Unit size is 8 by 8 equals 64 M2. Unit prices consist of residential one for free, 250 MRK per each extra. The extra internal is 100 MRK per MRK each. 1 to 2% storage per year. Commercial shopping office is 1,000 MRK. Extra internal 500 MRK. So 1 to 2% storage per year. The community 10 mark or MRK. Extra internal is an additional 10 mark MRK. 1 to 2% extra storage per year. External is the main price is 1,000 or looks like 10,000 actually MRK. No extra internal listed. 1 to 2% storage per year. Initially, each user will receive 1 unit for free, but once a critical mass of users has been reached, units will cost money. However, you reserve the right to opt for other monetization options like in-world advertising. So basically, in order to get things kickstarted, they're going to want to go ahead and push things out for free in order to build a community and get things rolling. Current state of the prototype. The current prototype already allows for creating personal spaces as described above. There is a great selection of decors, furniture, appliances, etc. Social functions like chat between users are also implemented. Launching stores in the Mark.Space shopping district is also possible, but it's more complex. It's a more complex procedure that requires joint effort with a brand or a company wishing to open a store. You are always welcome to play around with our current prototype at www.demo.mark.space. So far, really, what it comes down to is I think it's a very innovative solution to what's going to be a normal thing here in the next 10 years, where people are literally able to explore virtual environments, similar to almost Second Life. Second Life is very much this, but this might just take it to a whole new level. I think they're trying to turn it into something much bigger than Second Life. So I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. I think it is the future. I think people are going to be open to this long term. At first, I think it's going to take a little bit of effort and work to get things moving, but I think it's a great idea. It's definitely something I want to get behind. I already exist in this space, ultimately providing services for 360-degree virtual tours, 3D space and point cloud capture. Things of that sort is something I already exist in, and as far as offering services right now in 2018. So very exciting. It's something that will enable people to build brands that they would never be able to normally because they didn't have the cash or the finances to push out into the world an actual storefront. So it enables people who, both people who have money and who do not have money for commercial business space. And there's so many different opportunities here. Alright, so now we're at the technology section, which is section 3.3.1 is current prototype architecture and capabilities. The current platform is based on a centralized architecture. However, a roadmap has been prepared to fully decentralize it. Our existing platform can automatically detect VR glasses or headsets using web, Bluetooth, and web VR technologies. Alternatively, VR content is displayed on a regular PC monitor and or smartphone. Using built-in accelerometers, the system can process information from sensors in the headset or glasses to improve navigation of the user in the space. Voice recognition technology allows a user to issue voice commands that are detected and executed by the platform. The existing platform front end is implemented using HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, JSON, and SMX. Backend is written in Perl, Python, Java, Node.js, PHP. The protocols used are VRML and X3D, WebGL, Web3D, WebVR. Current user profile features is 3.2, section 3.2. At present, each user has access to the following personal information: profile, settings, friends list, message logs, personal photo gallery, personal content, files, documents, and links to the content sent from other systems. Personal blog, personal apartment with assigned address that allows visits even from the unregistered users. Personal belongings, furniture, and the elements of a decor located in the apartment. Personal fitting room for storing clothes and trying them on. Gifts from other users. Personal wallets with MRK token balances. History of purchases. Purchases planner, newsfeed for based on subscriptions to other blogs of internal users. 3.3 current social interactions capabilities. The platform allows for message exchanges between users, real-time chat, private chat, personal blog. Future architecture is 3.4. 3.4.1 is an overview of that. Following the token sale, the current system will be fully decentralized and will assume the following architecture. As opposed to the other projects, the future Mark.Space architecture is not just a solution relying on Ethereum virtual machine for smart contracts and implementing core functionality. It's a powerful development platform with its own virtual machine and its own internal blockchain, allowing development of complex application in its own scripting language, which is similar to Java. The use of Ethereum smart contracts is limited only to critical functionality and utilizes the Ethereum blockchain. So really, I mean, if you want to break it down, this technology they're going to implement is basically going to merge real life with digital, almost giving it a game-like atmosphere. It's really one of those things that people are going to truly attach to. They're going to grab a hold of this. This is merging both entertainment, education, commerce, technology, and currency. I mean, really, it's a very great idea. If they can pull this off, it's going to be something that's huge. I think people will, yeah, soak this up. So this is the DAO Mark.Space. Looks like a workflow. Kind of what, yeah, basically a workflow. I'd have to look into this a little bit more to really break it down. But yeah, this is going to be very much something cool, something both functional and cool, I believe. So additionally, the platform has fully decentralized architecture in contrast to other projects that just call it decentralized. Decentralization is achieved using 3 types of servers. These servers will be picked from the available machines of network participants, providing their computational and storage resources, and one of 3 roles will be assigned. Number 1, data server. Storage of data blocks, receiving, storing, and retrieving data. Service, accepting and executing tasks and returning results. Number 3 is hub, storing references to data blocks, addresses of data servers and services, accepting requests from servers and clients. UI, locating servers for executing tasks and returning data about these servers and access keys. Continuation of the 3, technology. Servers shown in gray and inactive most of the time, but are activated when one of the active servers fail. Servers shown in green are fully active and support the functioning of the platform. The owners of the servers will be compensated in MRK tokens based on the amount of work carried out. Each data server that is receiving data blocks through hubs registers and stores them. It also notifies other servers about changes in the block registry database. The data is stored on data servers in a fully decentralized way and is replicated on at least 3 other servers. The new data block must be replicated on at least 3 servers before it can be used. Each hub constantly checks the status of other hubs to notify them about their recent activity. This is to ensure ultimate consistency of data. Basically the blockchain. The client UI sends requests to the closest hub by address. If this hub can't respond, the client will issue a request to the next closest hub. If a particular hub doesn't have the requested data, it will locate another hub containing it and return its address to the client. The hub will respond to the client with the address of the data server and access keys that allow the retrieval of the data and present it to the user. Portal. Open code that is deployed on each server, which allows the server to be replaced by another one without any interruption to functionality for the users. This code is deployed on all servers and can't be altered without losing the license, allowing its functionality. The system. Each service could have its own code, work compliant with Common Service Protocol. System. System is an alternate name for MOSL, Mark.Space Object Scripting Language. System is a programming language developed by us for the virtual machine run by the Portal code. So basically, they've come up with their own scripting language that'll allow them unique and custom functionality. Very cool. We'll have to really monitor this stuff. I'm a developer myself, a web developer. So I mean, when it comes down to this, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I do understand. With their scripting language, obviously there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. Ultimately, I'm going to need to dive into it and see what it's all about, and just check out the language in general. Continuing on with to the technology, here is another infographic for the UI, servers, as well as the hubs. So I guess these are executive servers and these are reserve servers. Smart contracts in Ethereum. So Ethereum is really a really awesome platform, blockchain system. I'm going to do a lot more research before I do a technical analysis of this new ICO. But so far, I think they've got some real potential. The activity of servers is constantly verified by queries from other servers, as a result of which portal code is self-validated. If a modification of the portal code is attempted or data on data servers is altered by a hacker, the server instantly becomes inactive and a group of hubs initiates a full scan of the server. If a full scan does not detect any issues, the server is then reactivated. If any issues are detected and the server is deactivated, it can only be reactivated again after completion of full registration procedure, which includes the complete removal of all data from the server. The storage of 3D scenes and renderings allow miners to earn by providing their computational resources. Rendering is not done in real time, but in advance by rendering every possible perspective of the user. Wow. Ethereum smart contracts will be used to ensure ownership. Rights of the virtual real estate assets and custom 3D items created by users, various transactions between users or businesses will be conducted, like purchasing goods or services, and regulations for various entities will be enforced and implemented like communities DAO. Guys, this is something that is going to allow true artificial intelligence to really do their thing and live and almost, in a sense, exist in a virtual environment. Obviously we're a little ways away from artificial intelligence, walking around like in a general robot fashion. We're a little ways away from that. But this is something that can happen very soon for artificial intelligence, allowing them to exist in a virtual environment. This would allow us to interact with AI in a more human way, for the most part. So there's a lot of technologies that are syncing up right now. Look at, what was it, Singularity, the Singularity AI token with Sophia and that group of developers. In Wiz men or Wiz kids, whatever you want to call them, those guys are really kicking up some dust in the artificial intelligence area. I mean, this is something that is going to be amazing. I really do believe it's going to be it's going to kick off, and it might be slow initially, but once people start to explore and realize the unlimited applications that this can really enable them to explore, it's really going to be something that a lot of technologies will be able to utilize, as well as people just promoting their brands, educational purpose. I mean, my head is swimming right now because there's so many things you could do with this. But anyways, continuing right along, Ethereum EVM is the most widely adopted blockchain-based computing platform with smart contract functionality. However, the platform is designed in such a way that its dependency on Ethereum is minimal to enable fast migration, if necessary, to NEM or other Ethereum alternatives. So they're leaving it open-ended to where they're not totally reliant on the Ethereum platform. They're basically telling you in this small paragraph here that, hey, if something else better comes along that's more efficient with our technology, we're going to go jump ship. So very cool. There, it's almost like a plug and play system is what I'm seeing. And for the most part, they've already started developing all this stuff. How far they have come along, who knows? This is definitely something we're going to keep on exploring, and I'm going to cover this to an extent, because it's a technology that really it really interests me. But Mark.Space is going to use its own protocol for distribution of storage and rendering among participating nodes. While achieving full BFT tolerance and protection from Sybil attacks, reputation and incentivization approaches to simulate fair behavior will be implemented. Languages, protocols, and frameworks. That's section 3.4.2. Obviously, languages, protocols, and frameworks. Mark.Space is going to utilize the following: HTML5, JavaScript SS3, Solidity, Ethereum JS, Web3.js, Mark.js, internal Mark framework, IPFS. The web client is written in pure HTML5, JavaScript SS3 to achieve maximum runtime speed. The client will be using JavaScript libraries to enable smart contract functionality and for communication with peer nodes. That's really something that's very interesting to me as a web developer. I own Calypso Development. It's a web design and development service, as well as SEO, marketing, photography, and videography. Ultimately, what's interesting about this is that they're using HTML5. They're using the latest in web standards, which is very cool. I can appreciate that. They're really trying to bring the web into the next generation. All Ethereum smart contracts will be written in Solidity. Depending on how Ethereum solves the challenges of scalability, sharding is still not implemented. We may migrate our code to other platforms. Other platform technical details is section 3.4.3. Our current identification system is implemented using 3 keys. User open key, users to get open information about the user. User private key, private for each user, stored in browser, local storage, and used for runtime user identification by the front end. User fingertip, hidden system key used by the back end and internode communication. Users may choose to provide full identification or remain anonymous. Those willing to make sure that their ownership of a particular virtual real estate is tied to their ID should be providing full identification. In addition to the existing ID system, we are planning to use Keybase and other identity systems later once they become available. VR real estate exchange. Any VR real estate created by the user, from personal apartments to shops or even entire buildings, could be offered for sale on Mark.Space VR real estate exchange. A user could create, for example, a smart contract for a real estate sale to be processed by Ethereum, EVM. Such a contract will be signed by the user, then processed and deployed. The transactions will be broadcast and subsequently confirmed. Clients will then pass it to one of the data servers. Another user willing to buy this particular piece of real estate could review the contract and decide to make a purchase transaction by paying the price set in MRK tokens to the seller. A typical Ethereum smart contract execution would follow. So what they're saying here is guys like myself, even 3D designers, developers, they're going to be able to construct and build and design nice spaces, real estate, virtual real estate. They're going to be able to build buildings and almost digital or virtual real estate development. They're going to be able to graphically design or three-dimensionally design these structures and this space and sell it to other people. And so you're going to be able to hire people on to design your space, whether it be an apartment, a commerce, educational institution. All of this is going to be available in the VR world, and just like there are contractors in the real world, there are going to be contractors in the virtual world. Very cool. They are really setting this up for something it's gonna explode. It's gonna be a cross between, like I said before, a game, real life, Virtual reality, it's going to have it all. People are going to interact. It's going to be basically like Second Life, but I think it's a more formal and professional version that is going to have a true economy rather than just an in-game economy. This is going to be something that is going to be applicable to so many people. Rental contracts. P2P rentals are also governed by smart contracts. Written in Solidity, these contracts are self-enforcing agreements between two parties similar to a regular rental transaction in the real world. Such contract creation, deployment, and execution are similar to the sale contract described above. The platform will have a more complex contract creation functionality in which a virtual real estate agency could get involved as one of the parties to the contract or to the contact. Advertising engine. As the number of users grow, we consider in-world advertising as one of the forms of monetization. Due to the complexity of such engines, we are considering using third-party solutions developed specifically for VR ads. Right now, we are in the process of selecting providers. An official announcement will be made once we have made our decision. Distributed rendering. Distributed rendering technology challenges. For smooth VR experiences, there must be a delay of less than 12 milliseconds between head movement and the image appearing before the eyes. While this is challenging even on a device, to make this happen in a distributed environment is even harder. Rendering all possible perspectives of a user is required in advance, but this comes with serious challenges in terms of both required bandwidth and the volume of data. Both internet bandwidth and the computational resources of modern GPUs are constantly growing, and what seems to be impossible today could be possible just by the time the technology itself is ready. Even in distributed environments, data storage will tend to become cheaper over time. We have seen many similar challenges being resolved, so we don't consider this an obstacle that should stop us from implementing our own rendering solution while others are also working on it. If someone solves a problem before us, we would be happy to use a third-party solution. Today, multiple companies like SONM and Golem are working on creating a solution for distributing rendering. Solution. To address the issues of rendering speed in a distributed environment, we will be using the following approach. All available miners, machines/farms will be given certain short computational test tasks to discover both their computational capacity and speed round trips. Only those satisfying the requirements will be able to join the network and make money by providing resources. A decentralized approach has its pluses and minuses compared to its decentralized counterpart. Miner networks today are becoming very impressive in size and scale. Therefore, it would be quite possible that a miner farm located within a 5-kilometer proximity will be rendering your experience within Mark.Space, in which case it will become very similar to decentralized solutions in terms of performance. One of the significant advantages of Mark.Space technology is superb compression, which makes running everything smoothly, even on very weak devices, possible. This will be the great assistance to us when developing our own distributed and decentralized rendering solutions. Among all the uses of distributed computing, rendering is one of the easiest to implement. The output of a 360-degree camera is easy to decompose to a 3D scheme, which, in turn, is further decomposed into single frames. Every frame is then again decomposed into pixels. Each pixel could be rendered separately, independent of other pixels. The simplistic description of rendering is casting a ray from a particular position to determine intersections of a ray with the object surface. Each GPU today used in mining rigs has 3,000 plus parallel stream processors. Thousands of such GPUs working in parallel could render any 3D scene in less than a second. 360-degree camera, 3D scheme, imagery down to single frame, on over into image regions, up to a single pixel. Miner rigs would be used in two roles, scheduler and worker. A scheduler would assign the rendering of a group of pixels to the workers, collect the results, and pass it back to the client. Since the environment is trustless, the schedulers would have to make a deposit as a security to guarantee honest behavior. There will be a redundancy ×3 by repeating the same rendering tasks by the worker machines to make the system Byzantine fault tolerant.
Rendering results will be checked against each other to make sure that rendering is successfully completed. Scheduler and worker machines will be put in place by checking their performance for both functions. Nodes with good ratings would have a higher chance of getting more rendering jobs. So Mark client, P2P, 3D frame, image regions, rendering image. So this is the workflow XY. You know, there's these are infographics based on their tech. Do they have this technology? Is this existent? That's the real question right now. Because this is a huge undertaking. So the Mark.Space object scripting language, or MOSL, M-O-S-L. One of the most powerful features of the Mark.Space platform is the ability to create any custom objects, interactive software components, or even entire spaces like a store within the Mark.Space shopping district, complete with desired functionality. This is achieved by using the language we have developed specifically for this purpose. MOSL, is a language similar to JavaScript for creating objects within Mark.Space, allowing the implementation of visual presentation of an object in 3D, movement of an object in 3D, visual effects of an object, showing content when interacting with an object, content control function when interacting with an object, custom functionality of an object. MOSL or MOSL allows not only the display of objects in 3D spaces, but also the implementation of particular use cases with an object as described by the object creator. It allows APIs to be called from a personal objects directory. The Mark.Space API, or the API of financial transactions using MRK tokens, rendering API, other APIs, as well as third-party APIs. The following is a short description of MOSL internals. The reflection of a 3D space is formed in the interface of a canvas container in the format of a WebGL library. This reflection is similar to the sphere with a 6-sided cubic scan. Also, separate containers of objects are formed, furniture, decor, items, avatars, etc., and positioned in the space. Those containers are interactive and can respond to user requests. Visualization code of these objects is generated in VRML. EGS3D. Virtual reality modeling language for non-interactive objects without additional functionality or with some built-in functionality, or in MOSL for interactive objects with their own unique functionality. Then objects code is interpreted by Mark Virtual Machine MVM, and the sphere space containers and object containers are modified as a result. Alright, so now we're at the economy section, which is section 4, economy. The 4.1 is the MRK token. This is the good stuff, the stuff that will ultimately propel this platform into existence. So MRK is an ERC20 standard token that will be issued on Ethereum, on the Ethereum blockchain. The MRK token will be used for all transactions across the Mark.Space platform. So basically, you know, you can use MyEther wallet, any ERC20 compliant wallet, you know, which is, you know, super popular this day and age, or at this time. You could earn MRK tokens by selling or renting your units or even blocks in entire districts, selling your products or services, selling your custom 3D objects, selling ads, selling digital content. So you have to think that this is a huge opportunity for both the 3D guys, the people who develop in three-dimensional space, graphic designers. This is gonna need a lot of development. People are gonna you know, want custom spaces, custom objects, custom everything. Basically, it's going to give people a lot of opportunity to utilize their skills to make money online. Very cool. There's just like the real world, there's going to be so much opportunity to make money via the MRK tokens. So there's it's going to be a robust economy. Once again, similar to Second Life. If you have any type of questions, go build an account with Second Life, and then you'll really start to see what these guys are planning for. And the user base for Second Life is ridiculous. So this is just bringing it to the next level, I believe, and I think this is a winner. This is something that may take a little while, but ultimately it's gonna be off the hook. Our goal is to enable as many economic interactions as possible. Mark.Space is modeled on the real world in the same way its economy is modeled on the real world economy. 4.2 monetization for community members. Communities will have public wallets governed by DAO. Advertising is going to be one of the most significant resources or sources of income for communities. Various communities created on the Mark.Space platform will have the opportunity to organize events. Community members will be able to participate in person through their avatars. By selling tickets to these events, those elected by the community could cover the costs related to keeping this community alive and functioning. The community may choose to open a store within the Mark.Space shopping district and sell various merchandise. For example, an indie rock community could sell CDs and MP3 recordings of community members, which include various bands. Another example would be an open source project that is willing to create VR presence to engage in discussions and live communication with its member community. Such communities could advertise its MRK wallet address and accept donations to support further development of the product. 4.3 monetization for residents. While the main purpose of the Mark.Space residential district is to allow everybody to create their own virtual residence, there are possible monetization options. For example, a person using Airbnb to rent out their apartment could virtualize it using a 360-degree camera and a smartphone in the future and place a link with the address on the Airbnb website. The ability to virtualize your existing residence, coupled with the real estate marketplace rental functionality within the platform, opens up an exciting opportunity to implement both P2P rental functionality and to tokenize properties. Competition with companies like Airbnb becomes possible. Airbnb today is a $29 billion company. As a result, real life freelancers work from home. You could do the same in Mark.Space. If you are a freelance artist, you could set up your personal exhibition and sell artworks. If you are a blogger, VR takes blogging to a whole new level, adding many capabilities to add all types of visual content to your blog. And once you've built a sizable audience, you'll be able to sell ads on the platform. 4.4 monetization of shops, selling digital content like music, videos, books, images, as well as real merchandise in Mark.Space shopping district shops offers exciting opportunities for entrepreneurs around the world. To be the first to monetize technology mature enough to finally allow fully operational VR stores. Owners of brick and mortar stores could virtualize their stores in VR as a first step towards allowing potential customers to see the quality of merchandise and services ahead of visiting the real life stores. This will boost customer traffic to the existing physical stores. The next state will be the creation of fully functional VR stores. We've perfected the technology for selling clothes in VR. Potential buyers just need to provide a few measurements of their body to guarantee a perfect fit. Wow. Early token sale participants have a unique opportunity to buy many units or even buildings for eventual resale, or to set up their own shops or entire shopping malls. Monetization for businesses. Having your existing office fully virtualized helps you to gain the trust of your customers. Your office is the face of your company, and most people prefer to deal with the well-established businesses that have been around for a long time. Your virtual office could be enhanced with banners promoting your services or products. It could also include talking bots. All these elements will boost the number of potential customers. Any projects planning a token sale can buy their units next to existing successful projects like SONM, which has already set up an office in the Mark.Space business district. You could visit the SONM office right now by launching our demo. So the executive team is I'm not gonna basically just I'm not going to bash their names because I'm just not into that. But ultimately, you can see this is the team. You know. So yeah, I mean, they look like they're ultimately it's a photo shoot. They look like I've never heard of them. What we will do is actually break down each one of these people. I'm gonna look into really looking into each of these individual team members because that's what it's all about. It really comes down to are they are they the team that will actually implement this technology in a successful way? Because that's what we're banking on, right? When you're purchasing into a new ICO, you want the team to really be rock stars ultimately to be able to take these concepts and bring them into reality, into fruition. The crowd sale, this is the information schedule. We ensure a broad participation range for investors with a minimum contribution of 0.001 Ethereum, ETH, and a maximum of 10,000 ETH. A large audience of token holders will promote the use of the platform and stimulate the development of its economy. The token supply looks like 3 billion. During the crowd sale, 985 million MRK tokens will be sold with the starting price set at 10 cents in Ethereum, or BTC for the duration of the crowd sale. Up to 100 million tokens will be offered to platform partners as part of the closed pre-sale. Sale of tokens will be done in 2 stages. The hard cap of stage 1 is, wow. Yeah, so the hard cap of stage 1 is 35 million USD. The first phase of the crowd sale will cease when 35 million is reached. Unredeemed tokens will be transferred to the second phase sales fund, which will be held in 2019. Wow, so this might extend for a while. The soft cap. Mark.Space has already invested more than 5 million of personal funds in the development of the platform and currently has a working prototype right here. On December 13th, 2017, the designer kit will be launched and made available to all users. In addition, the platform already has agreements on cooperation with such partners as Jaguar, Land Rover, GAS Gene, Desigual, Trussardi, Baldini, Patricia Pepe, Lu Zhou, Strezd, Satorsan, and others. Therefore, there is no need for soft cap installation. However, thanks to the sale of tokens and the influx of additional funding, the team will be able to develop, scale, and promote platform much faster and more efficiently. So the fundraising schedule, the open token pre-sale will start on October 31st, 2017 and will last until December 28th, 2017. The ICO will begin on January 23rd, 2018 and will last until February 28th, 2018. So basically tomorrow is when the ICO will begin officially. Maximum transactions size is 10,000 Ethereum. Contributions are accepted in Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bonuses depend on the phase and round as shown below. So get ready, it's kicking off tomorrow. I'm going to try to get this video posted right now. This is just a run through. Recommended allocation, tokens on sale. Looks like, check it out. I'll include these in an additional mock-up of the coin. I'm going to try to get this both the PDF as well as this video that kind of takes you through. And hopefully this will help you out a little bit. I'm super excited for it. You should be too. It's really something that is gonna be the future. This is without a doubt something that we're gonna be constantly monitoring here. This is going to be our first video. Like I said, I own Calypso Development, web design and development company who focuses on, you know, the next generation of technology, websites, all that good stuff. What I'm trying to do is get behind technology that is gonna promote VR in the future. Yeah, I'm also invested in quite a few different altcoins, but this is the one that really this really gets my hopes for the future up. So yeah, just check it out. I'm gonna include, I'm not gonna go through each one of these, the schedules and development roadmap. I'm not gonna go through everything with you, but I am gonna include a link to the website to invest, as well as some additional information. Thanks for joining us. You can download this here. I'll keep a link at the bottom. Just check it out below. Thanks for joining us. Give us a like and please subscribe. We're going to have a lot more ICO videos and some introductory stuff for new altcoin investors. Once again, Brandon here with Calypso Development. But we're now going to call this channel CryptoKilla187. Make sure to like us. Thanks.